Okay, Oval fans, yes, I'm doing my review on time this week, so here we go. We're talking Season 4, Episode 18, entitled No Regrets. I think it's the same score as last week, but yeah, 7 out of 10. Thought this was a decent episode, but I feel like I say this every single week, but since the Oval recycles dialogue all the time, I feel like it's no issue for me to do the same. Basically, still way better than Sisters, but at the same time, it's just the same beats every single episode. Hunter screaming for drugs, Alonzo is fidgety, Victoria and Donald are trying to, command the chaos that they are partially responsible for creating. Hunter jumps on them, but at the same time, it's like, well, Hunter screws up a lot, but the fact that he has people to cover it up, I mean, for him to act so high and mighty, despite the fact that a lot of the calamities that have come to the White House since he's been in office have been a result of his own doing. And it's just like the one time the people who clean up his messes mess up, he won't let it, he won't let them live it down. But he can do as many wrongs as he wants to and continues to do so. But if they don't clean up his messes, he's ready to, blow the top off everything. So yeah, a lot of his scenes are the same. But we pick up where we left off, where David is choking out Agent Kane as the car is becoming submerged in the Potomac River. And once the car goes under, David manages to escape. And Kane is able to escape too not long after David. And we don't see either one of them anymore in the episode, even though Agent Kane does call Kyle way later in the episode just to let him know that David escaped. Alright, so Donald and Victoria are trying to get Hunter to leave the Oval to go to the East Room for the memorial. Yada, yada, yada. You killed a poor cancer kid. Yada, yada. Fine, Alonzo. Fine, Jason. And then they finally manage to make him go to the East Room because Donald keeps saying, Sir, Alonzo is in the East Room. Well, that's where I'm going right now. Yeah, Alonzo! But Donald tries to warn that the press are there. It's not, just Alonzo in the East Room. It's a whole memorial and everything. So by the time they get there, I gotta admit, Hunter, wait. As soon as the door is kind of like, just forced open, Victoria on cue goes into sobbing black mother in a Baptist church. It was amazing. You could tell she was faking it, but damn it. If there's one thing Victoria's going to do, she's going to put on a show. So you got some onlookers. You have like a majority, if not all, the White House staff there. You got the urn and whatnot for Jason. Hunter is just standing there as Victoria is, crying and sobbing. Hunter even looks down at his watch, and then after a little while, he just turns around, walks out. Hey, you, come with me. He gets Alonzo to come with him to the Oval. And, good Lord. That's about it, huh? Victoria just keeps putting on an act. Now, in the Oval, Alonzo is told by Hunter he has 30 minutes to get the drugs that he wants, or he's going to be in big trouble. Now, when the memorial's going on, we go over to the vice president's house. He and Simone are watching the memorial on TV. And Simone is just, calling it out for what it is. First of all, it's like, I know she's lying. She's faking everything. She's bad at it too. Where's Gail? Where's their daughter? And I'm thinking, yeah, this is a valid question because back in season 3, when you two were introduced, Eli said he would look into finding Gail, but that storyline was just dropped to the wayside. Remember that? Yeah. JeremyCarden remembers. But then the conversation kind of shifts over to the situation involving an affair, because if you notice, when Simone is like slamming Victoria repeatedly, Eli is somewhat defending her in that, oh, come on, honey, I think you're overreacting right now. But then he laughs with such an unconvincing laugh. I don't know what was worse. Victoria's fake crying that she was trying to present as being sincerely remorseful because her son is dead, or Eli's way less than convincing argument that he and Victoria aren't even having an affair. It's just the fact that Simone, She reminds me of my grandmother. What are you talking about? But Simone mentions the earring, the perfume on his jacket, and the fact that, oh, she wants you. She sounds like Veronica on the haves and the have-nots about Maggie Day to David. And Eli's like, okay, I'm not doing this. I gotta go back to the office. My break is over. I'm gonna go kiss my grandma now. Maybe even pinch her ass. That's not funny, asshole. Then he leaves. So then from there, Donald gets Victoria on her feet, and she's like creating this just whole show. But then as soon as they make it out of the East Room and shut the door, she just shuts it off. Acts like, normal, because it was all in the act. So from there, they go over to the Oval to talk with Hunter about the situation, saying, hey, I think the memorial worked, but he doesn't want to hear it. So from there, Max and Bobby are in the hallway outside of Eli's office, I believe. And as First Lady walks by with Donald, I think Bobby, or was it Max, was like, sorry for your loss, ma'am. Oh, whatever. And then they keep walking. So Max and Bobby talk about Eli and Simone and whether or not, okay, learn anything from your end? No. What about you? No. It's like, she thinks I'm flirting with her. And then Max goes, well, I mean, you're Bobby, baby, right? I mean, you probably are. No, I'm not. So they're trying to figure out what their next move is going to be. In the midst of this, we see Priscilla come out of one of the rooms, and then Bobby goes after her, and she goes to like a kitchen area. And Bobby goes in there to talk about what happened last night. Priscilla makes it clear she has no regrets and would like to meet him tonight. And Bobby brings up Sam following her, and it's like, no. What I can do is I'll leave my devices and whatnot, even my car. I'll hop on a bus. I'll walk through a park. I'll do whatever it takes. I'm like, damn. Okay. So they're going to meet at the hotel that Bobby and Max are staying at around 8 o'clock. And in the midst of a hug, because Priscilla pulls him in, he was like, hey, be careful what you ask for. Ooh, okay. Richard comes in while she's pulling him close for a hug, and then Bobby leaves, and Richard is like, wait. Remember when you interjected when I was trying to talk with Frida? And Priscilla was like, you know what? I'm sorry about that. I apologize for, running my mouth, because now I know how you felt when your spouse was, revealed to have had an affair. And now that I'm in, your shoes on this one, I can see the allure of getting with someone else just to, feel better. So from there, he calls Sharon, who tells him about Nancy in the hospital. And, he says, hey, Priscilla, I'll fill you in later. So he goes to the hospital. In the hospital, Sharon's talking with Nancy. Basically, she has a bad feeling about Barry. Richard comes in, and Sharon steps out. And from there, she eventually goes over to Kareem's. But for now, Richard is talking with Nancy. Same thing. It's like, the doctors are trying to get the results on what those pills were. And she just has a bad feeling about Barry. Also, earlier in the episode, Dale makes it over to Kareem's place to get the keys to open the pharmacy. He sits with him for just a few seconds, and he notices something is really off with Kareem. But Kareem, not being an asshole, just says, hey, just go down to the store. I'll meet you down there soon. And then as soon as he gets on the other side of the door, you would think he would wait until he was back at the truck or something. He calls Sharon while she's still at the hospital to come by and see Kareem. Now, he doesn't know they're at the hospital, but, Sharon says, Miss Nancy kept acting weird even after you left, so we're at the hospital right now, but I'll go over there as soon as I can. And she does make her way over to the hospital at the end of the episode, actually to Kareem's place, and goes in there to sit with him because he is acting really, really off. But the conversation is what you expect. He doesn't want to talk about it. He goes to his room and slams the door. And then in the midst of this, she finds Barry's phone cracked and bloody underneath the couch. But from there, we go back in the episode. Max and Bobby are waiting outside of, I believe, the vice president's house, waiting for, him to go back to the White House after being on break, having that lunch and watching the memorial ceremony with Simone. Bobby's phone keeps blowing up because it's Lily calling, but he's ignoring all the calls. But then Max gets a call from his phone and decides to answer it and says, oh, well, Bobby is actually right here. Would you like to talk with him? So basically, Lily wants Bobby to listen because, the situation's serious. And, he doesn't want to hear it. He's still hurt about, the fact that he put his life on the line to break into Donald's house to get Lily, but she wouldn't go. Obviously, as an audience, we know that she wouldn't go because if she did, her entire family's dead. That from her mom, dad, siblings, those baby's kids, and the cockeyed little chihuahua, who all those people would have been, and animals would have been killed. But Bobby doesn't buy that and decides to, hang up on the phone like, don't call me again. Bye, Felicia. Well, bye, Lily. And then as soon as he hangs up on her, wow, Bobby, I didn't think you were a weak man. And I'm thinking to myself, Lily, this man is anything but weak. Yeah, he got stupid in his feelings for you, but no, you're the one that put yourself in that entire scenario when you decided to leave the hotel, go back to Donald's house to get money from that safe, and then that's how you got into the situation you were in. Like, as soon as you got waterboarded, that's when you started to lose your mind. You got yourself in this situation. Now, granted, I don't know what would have happened if Lily stayed put, and then once Eli presented all that information to everybody about, oh, well, the son is behind everything. I don't know what would have happened to Lily then. Would she have still been at the hotel? I don't know. But regardless, you got yourself in this situation by going back to the house. So this whole weak Bobby thing, that ain't it. But moving forward, we got Sam catching up with Jason, and he manages to calm him down, get him out the truck. Because Jason, yet again, just like with Lily, you did this to yourself. You left the cabin. What is your plan? This is the day of your memorial. Your face is plastered everywhere. Social media, TV. Somebody's going to recognize you. What are you going to do? Do you have any money? What happens when the truck runs out of gas? You have a gun, but this is so stupid. Sam is able to talk him down from pulling the gun and, letting it go off. But like I said before, it's DC. Where's all the traffic? I mean, maybe because it's the memorial, traffic flows are changed or something. I don't know. But we hear, I believe, sirens and copters because Sam did say that the truck, those license plate numbers have been run, and you've been through a bunch of different checkpoints. So we only have, it's like Grand Theft Auto. The police sirens are, getting louder and louder the closer they get to you. So you have a choice. You either put the gun down and come with me, or you go back to, the White House, because those people who get you, you're going to the White House. So he says, no, I'm going back to the cabin. Okay, we'll figure it out. So they run off somewhere. Now, back at the White House, we got Alonzo, who's like freaking out, crying to Alan that he can't get these drugs in 30 minutes. But Alan just sits back all chill. Hey, man, I told you that dude's crazy. But basically, he reaches into his desk to pull out a vial of drugs or something and gives it over to Alonzo to get to Hunter. Basically, Alan is sometimes the drug runner for Donald. And it's not that Donald does the drugs, but apparently he gives it to his lover, Kyle. And, Alonzo is kind of like, wait, what, those two? Yeah, man, I thought it was obvious. Everybody knows. So basically, he goes to give it to Hunter. And Hunter says, this is my usual stuff. But look, this is all you can get in 30 minutes. So go out and get the good stuff. So Alonzo is sent out again. But basically, that's the episode in a nutshell. I mean, it wasn't that spectacular, but it was good enough. Like I said, this season has been overall consistently decent, which is a major step up from season 3. And as I said, has been a hell of a lot better than sister season 5. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Honestly, I'm ready for the season to come to a close. But I'm in no rush for season 5, to be honest. I think season 4 doing decently enough, but you could miss 3 episodes and, just watch them together and not really miss all that much, to be completely honest. So let's talk about in the comments what you think of last night's episode. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.